Hello. Here we are going to talk about not just about how to support your skin naturally, not just for today, but also for your future face. So whether you're already noticing some of those shifts in your skin, maybe your jawline feels like it's getting a bit softer, maybe there's some fine lines, or just a change in how your skin feels. Perhaps you're in a season where you want to protect and preserve your skin's natural radiance for the long run, then this video today is for you. Because caring about your skin is not just resisting aging, it's about walking alongside it, knowing that we are going to get older and it is a privilege, but doing it with grace, vitality, and intention. So your future face is absolutely built today. And often the focus is on the products and those surface fixes that we apply to our skin. But that real radiance, the kind that lasts, the kind that makes you see a woman sitting on the side of the road, perhaps you're in Europe somewhere and they're having a passeggiata or they're having, sort of chat with their friends, that comes from understanding your skin structure, your energy, and your hormonal rhythm. So our face is made up of muscle and fascia, fat pads, yes, fat pads, they're very important, bone, and also subtle energy. And it evolves with you as you change. We know that if we have that sad sack face and we're kind of miserable all the time, if we've got that stress on our face, it imprints on us and we need to release it. So we're going to support the evolution of our face and we're not going to fight it. We're going to age well in a way that is aligned and embodied with our personality and with who we are. So some of the things that I would not do if I wanted to protect my future face. I wouldn't do too much cardio. So too much cardio can burn fat, and that includes the facial fat pads that give you that lifted, youthful structure. Why do you think women have fillers in their cheeks? So over time, if you have too little fat, you can actually make your face look hollow and less supported. This is also an issue if we are overusing things like laser or Thermage, what is that brand? There's the Morpheus 8 that people use. Oh my gosh, just Google or even look on social media, Morpheus 8 problems. It's scary. You'll never do it. Then some women are using a lot of Botox in their lower face. They might be temporarily paralyzing muscles. It might seem like it's a fix, but over time it can weaken the structure of the face. Continually telling those muscles not to operate means we're essentially not working them. And so then the structure of our face can literally be falling from underneath. Imagine it's like the engineering or the architecture is just collapsing underneath. Then I prefer to work with the body and not against it. So we can do things like facial yoga. I love the idea of facial yoga and gua sha and all of those things, and it is great. But if we're not also doing release and fascia work, we can end up with tight pursed lips and tension patterns that actually age our face and do not make us look more youthful. Tongue posture. Have you heard of mewing? The tongue is one that's not often spoken about, but the shape what holds our teeth in shape is actually the equal pressure of your tongue and your cheeks. So when we talk about the face yoga and making sure that we have flexibility, I don't know about you, but as I've gotten older, I've noticed I start to do some weird stuff with my tongue and my cheeks when I'm at my desk. And what I notice is that my mum used to do it too. So I don't know how that happens, but being really conscious of making sure that our tongue is in the correct posture. So lifted against the roof of our mouth, especially the back third. And then also making sure that we are strengthening our tongue and making sure that we're relaxing our lips and not overly tightening them. We can also, and if you want to know more about that, we go into that in my program, but it's not really something for this here. So we can also look at making sure our hormones are supported as we go through those shifts. I am 50 in a few weeks' time and really looking at making sure that I supplement and support my hormones so that I have a smooth transition into menopause. Many traditional cultures don't even have a word for perimenopause or menopause, whereas many of us in our Western culture seem to have a terrible experience. What is that all about? They say that we set ourselves up for that period of time 10 years prior to it. And I don't know about you, but I was not thinking about menopause in my 40s. In fact, I had my last child when I was 39. So that is a little bit of the things that I wouldn't do. The things that I would do is strength training over cardio. So weight training supports the fascia of our body. It supports our posture, our metabolism, and our hormone health, which is all crucial for facial tone and overall our postural and operational brilliance of the human body. So that is one of the best things that I've done for my skin and my energy, is really switch to, I can walk forever, but I don't run, and I go to the gym and strength train a couple of times a week, and it's brilliant. So facial massage and fascia release. So using those tools like gua sha and facial cups that I mentioned earlier, really supporting that lymphatic flow, reducing tension. It feels good. It keeps the fascia supple, and that helps your skin staying lifted and glowy and doesn't overwork it. Don't forget too, we don't want to forget our scalp, because if our scalp is not able to move on our head, we're not getting good blood flow. And I can tell you what, as a woman who lost hair in the post-menopausal, and I have post-virally before, it does not feel good to lose a whole slew of hair. I don't want to be someone who has their hairline start back here, as I saw a woman not that long ago. I've still got that burnt into my eyeballs. It is certainly not a sign of youthfulness to have no hair. I spoke about the mewing app. There's also a device called a MyoBrace. I have not brought that down for you to have a look at. It's a bit weird. It's like a big mouthpiece, and you can pop it in your mouth, and it trains you to keep your tongue in the right spot. You chew on it, so it helps to keep your jaw strong. We probably don't eat bones enough or chew bones enough. We are a little bit lazy, and we don't want to use our fingers and things like that. But using that can really help to keep our facial structure firm, lifted, and toned. If you don't use your teeth, you are going to lose them, just like anything and everything else, making sure you look after that gum health too. Doing balanced face yoga. So not just looking at all the lifting and the tightening, but also making sure, like with normal yoga, that we are stretching and moving and we have that flexibility. Supporting our hormones naturally. You can use essential oils, food, movement, lifestyle, nervous system support, keeping our internal environment vibrant, because our skin reflects what's happening on the inside. And then I really love using our vibrational skincare and energy work, because that is all about that energetic alignment. We know when, I don't know about you guys, but I had a whole 3 or 4 months this year where I just did not want to appear in person for my business. I wasn't feeling it, and many of the tricks I was using wasn't working. I knew I just had to get through that period of time. It was a real personal up leveling, and I was trying to be compassionate and kind with myself, because I knew that things were going to shift, but I just had to move through it. So knowing that when we apply our skincare, it isn't just a task. We don't just slap it on our face. It's an energy transmission of how we're treating ourselves. So we are showing others around us how we want to be treated by the way that we care for ourselves. Knowing that our emotions shape our face too. Our emotions live in our face, whether it's tension, grief, resentment. They show up in your jawline, the tightness of your eyes or your lips. You can have that sad sack mouth that I mentioned earlier, that downward pull at the corners of the lips that comes from that unprocessed grief or dissatisfaction. Maybe it's self-abandonment, or just holding everything in and not being able to process it and express things healthily, I might add. So it's not just about aging, it's also about those emotions that are trapped in our physical body. If we're going to just try and tighten and lift them with tools or injectables, we completely miss the root cause. And so for me, caring for my future face means nourishing my emotional and energetic body too. It makes me a better person, partner, mother, wife. And I move my emotions. I don't stuff them down in my body. I try and use energy work, oils, somatic rituals to release tension. I allow myself space when something's happened. I allow myself to cry, to breathe, to be held. So I see that when we're really our most radiant beauty is when it is in our entire energy field, and it's not just what's in our face. I don't know about you guys, but I've seen plenty of women who have had their face all done up. Have you seen Martha Stewart lately? It's not a sexy look, right? If you're still hollow on the inside, you're still hollow on the inside. When our nervous system feels safe and our emotions are in motion, as they're supposed to be, your face reflects that. You look lighter, you look softer, you look more radiant, and that is our true unique beauty. So our final thoughts today is, when we're thinking about skincare now, I'm not just thinking about fixing flaws or chasing youth. It's how we feel in 5, 10, even 20 years. Thinking about the woman that we're becoming and how we can honor that woman with the care that you give yourself today. And just think, if the younger people can see us do that, how we're influencing a whole generation. So if you're on this journey as well and you're just beginning, or maybe you've been at it for years, know that it is never too early or too late to care for your future face. It doesn't have to be complicated. And if you want more guidance, then you'll see some of my favorite rituals linked below. Maybe leave them in the comments or DM me on Instagram. As always, if this spoke to you, please subscribe, share it with a friend. I'm getting better at saying these things, and keep on glowing from the inside out.